Okay, so good morning, everyone. You're welcome back to today's class. So today is our 5th class on Excel, and we're going to learn two important things here today. One, text functions. Two, VLOOKUP and VLOOKUPs. Let me just keep it like that. So we're going to learn how to use text functions to clean your data for data cleaning. In Excel, we clean data using two methods most of the time. The first method is by using text functions. The second method is by using Power Query Editor. However, even in Power Query Editor, some element of text functions, the knowledge of text functions will be applied in some cases, even in Power Query. So today we are going to learn how to do data cleaning using text functions. For Power Query, we are going to learn that when we start Power BI. Since we have Power Query in Power BI, so we are going to learn that in Power BI. That is how to use Power Query. But for the purpose of the Excel class here, we are going to learn how to use text functions to clean our data. So the other class will be on VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and index and match. So these are the two things we're going to learn today. So we don't have much time to waste. We have to start on time so that we can cover the two classes. Now, when we talk about text functions, on your formula tab, click on your formula tab. Okay, now I left this for the purpose of most of us. Most time when you open your data tab, when you open your workbook and you cannot edit, can you see that? You will see that now everything is grayed out. Always look for this enable editing or protected view. You see, if you look up here, you see protected view on your workbook. When you do something like this, you have two options. Either you enable savings. Assuming you have closed, if you enable savings, you'll be able to edit your workbook. Assuming you have closed this and you can't even find
Please,
it.
sir, can you share your screen?
My screen is up. I think people have confirmed that you can see my screen, unless it has gone off again. I've asked.
Yes, I can see it.
I've asked.
Worksheet that is showing.
Yeah, exactly. So please, maybe you can exit and rejoin, Mr. Shamsuddin. Okay, I think it's from your hand. So what I'm saying is, assuming you have closed that protected view, just press Ctrl S. Press Ctrl S. The moment you enable savings, it will enable you to edit. This is for the purpose of most of us who have been having issues with I cannot edit your workbook, I cannot do this and that. So just click enable savings, just like this. Click enable savings here, or you press Ctrl S to save. When you save it, the issue of protected view will go off. Now, so let's look at this data here. Currently, we are on the upper, lower, and proper function tab. Look at this, or sheet rather. Look at this data. If you click on the formula tab, under text functions, you will see some functions there. These are called text functions. These are text functions. Can you see them? So there are a lot of functions there. So we're going to cover just few of them in this class. So now look at this green pineapple. You will see that there is a mixture of capital letter and small letters here. Now, assuming we want to see this thing in the proper form. We don't want it in capital in upper form, or to see it in lower form. So what do we use? Just equals to proper. Open the bracket, put your text inside and close the bracket. Please, can you mute yourself? There's a noise coming from someone's background. So again, let me do it again, equals to proper, put the text inside, close the bracket and hit enter. So instead of you to start typing from beginning to the end, you just go ahead and use the proper function, and that will normalize your data. So the same thing with lower function. Lower function, open the bracket, put your data inside your text and close the bracket, hit enter. Can you see everything now in small letter? You can try it now. The same thing with upper. The same way, the three of them use the method. Just open the bracket, put them inside and close the bracket. You can copy it down. It will work for you. Go ahead and practice that now, everyone. 2 minutes. Put the text inside and close the bracket. So just hit enter. That's all. Equals to upper. Put the text. Please, can you mute yourself as you are joining us, please? So you can use proper form. When you use proper, you're going to capitalize each word only. When you use lower function, it will put everything in lower form. When you use upper function, it put everything in what? In upper form. So let me show you the formula. We have this upper form, and we have this for the lower function. For the lower function, and we have this for upper function. So that's how to use the function. So when you want to convert something from upper to lower, from lower to proper, you don't need to retype your entire data set. Just apply the functions and you get it sorted. Good. So that's that about upper, lower, and proper function. So the next thing we look at is trim function. Trim functions. Trim. So we use trim functions. Please look at my screen. I think there's nothing that will take our time in all these text functions, in most of these text functions. So let's move to trim. The trim functions is used to remove extra space in your data set. When you have extra space in your data, we use trim function to remove those spaces. If you look at this, we have more than one space in between green and pineapple. The same thing, happy family. We have space before happy and we have space before family. Excellent, we have space after the excellent. There are spaces here, even though we cannot see it. So we can see that all these spaces are not normal. These are abnormal spaces. What do you use? We use trim to do that, to trim them off. Equals to text. Write the text. Boom. Trim. Hit OK. So all extra spaces will go off except one space. Same thing if you copy this down, it will trim off all extra spaces here. I see now. So that is what trim does. trim will remove all extra spaces from your data. So sometimes when you copy something from the internet, or you download, or you open a workbook or something, and you don't see that some of those things are not properly cleaned, or they are not arranged in a normal way, just apply this trim function and trim them off. You want to change the text whatsoever, use proper lower and upper function. That's all. That's that. Okay, assuming we want to do two things here now. We want to trim them and want to put in proper form. We don't want the capital letter. We want to do two things together. What do? We just apply the combo formula. We put in proper form and we trim it. Or we trim and put in proper. Anyone you like, you can put anyone first and put anyone last. You can first trim it and now put it in proper form. You can put the proper form, then trim it. Anyone you like, you are good to go. So in this case, I'm going to trim. I'm going to trim first. Let's trim this data. And the proper, let's put in proper form. Proper. Things now. It's called, this is combo formula, combination, when you combine two formulas together. It's a combo formula. Yeah, everyone, can we do that? 2 minutes. Okay, good. Now, the next thing we want to look at is len function. Len.
Sorry,
Len.
that's proper. Please, can you come again on that? Trim.
Proper function. Here. Hello.
The trim proper trim.
It's just two formula now. First thing is you trim the text and you wrap it in proper form, or you proper it and put it in trim form. Anyone you like. It's just a normal formula equals to trim the text first. If first trim it and you put in proper form, or you proper first. Either way, proper. Then you can now wrap it in proper form. Is that okay now? Hello, is that okay now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So if you like, you can proper form, you can first proper it and trim it. And you can do upper, you can do lower, anyone. You can do equals to lower. And you proper put it in trim. You can now trim it, whichever way. So whichever way. Anything. So the next thing we look at len functions. So len function is used to count the length of character even though then we want to do we don't usually use len alone in most cases. We have to break So in most cases, we use len when you want to break your data. So to calculate where to break it or whatsoever, that's when we use len most of the time. So, but I'll just take you through the len here for now. So, for example, we want to count how many characters are here. Just pass your len function. Len, oh, sorry, equals to len to the bracket, put this text and close the bracket. 15 characters. If you copy this down, so you will see that, look at this. This is 15. Grape and apple is 15 here. Look at here. This is 22. Can you tell me what is happening here? Can you guess what is happening?
The space.
Grape and apple.
It has
Space
it has counted the space.
Exactly. So in Excel, what I want to drive out here is that in Excel, all those spaces are counted as individual characters. That's just what I want to bring out here. When you press a space, now you already have 2 characters here. Let's calculate this. Equals to len. Just press a and space now and close the bracket. 2. Now, if I type a here and equals to len, then 1. Sorry. Did I put space here? Oh, sorry. Second one, no space. Now, these two, are they the same thing?
No.
If you look at this, because, but looking at this physical, looking at this with your eyes. Hello, can you mute yourself, please? There's a noise coming from someone in the background, please. When you talk, you can. Okay, when you look at this thing here, you think they're the same thing physically. You know, we cannot see the second text here. We cannot see. So when you have issue like this, for example, you want to do VLOOKUP, and you are looking for all A's. You know, say if you look at this equals to this, it will give us false because they are not the same thing. So when you are not looking for A's and you are counting how many A's are here, and this one is giving you 1, you know, you will be confused. So at that point, when you are confused, what do? Trim. You just apply trim to your text. Trim off all spaces because there are some spaces you may not see. So when you are counting, when you are working with your data, and what you are seeing is not giving, the text is not responding, or the text looks as if they are not giving the same thing, you can apply trim to your text. Okay, let's trim this now. Trim everything here. Equals to trim this now. Now, after trimming it now, let's count how many characters we have now after the trimming. 15 now. So let's count everything. Now you will see that now we have green pineapple to be 15. Green pineapple to be 15 now. So now if you compare them together now, they will give us the same thing. If you say okay, equals to, sorry. If you trim this now, equals to trim to the bracket, and we trim this. Okay, let me copy everything to the last one. Equals to this, equals to this. Green pineapple now equals to green pineapple. True. Okay, equals to this, equals to this. That will be false. So this one is false because they are not the same thing. But here, after the trimming, you can see that they now give us true. They are the same thing. So that's how we can use trim or len to see if there is space in our data. You can use len to count that. You can use len to count just the characters. So I will demonstrate another thing as we progress. I will demonstrate something as we progress now. later on how to use len. So len can be used in so many ways. Especially when you want to count some characters and break your data or extract some data, we use len to do the magic. Okay, can we try that now? I hope we are trying it. Okay. Any questions so far? Any question? Okay. So let's move to value functions. Value function. Look at this formula here. Equals to sum. The formula here where we sum all this together. Can you tell me that this formula is correct? I apply the formula here also. We have 0. Formula, I sum all this cell. I get 490. Do you think the number is correct? Can somebody confirm if the number, if my total is correct?
Not correct. It's not correct because we even have like 400 and something three times there.
And
There's
we have
a figure
570
more than
here.
yes.
Okay. So what is happening here is that sometimes some numbers are stored in Excel as text number. Some numbers are stored as what? As text. Text, yeah. So when your number is stored as a text, Excel will see it as a text, not as a number. Excel will see it as a text. So how do we know if a number is stored as a text? There are various ways by which we can do that. Number one, if you have something like this, look at this. You can just click on this warning sign here, and you see numbers stored as text. Most of the cases, Excel will show you something like this. Number stored as text. In most cases, you will see something like this. So you can also convert back to number, which is good. But what happened when there is no such sign in place? You know that sign that shows you that this number is in text format. No warning, nothing to show that this is what is happening. So we can use some ways to know. Number one, we use is text function to check if the number is text or not. This is true. By true, it means that what? This is text. I just pass this function in is text, and it says true. It means that what? It is text. So let me try this one. Equals to is text again. For the bracket, pass this and close the bracket. Is false. This is not text. It means that this one, this is not what? It's not text. So let me drag this thing down. So it means we only have two numbers here. We only have this and this to be numbers. Only two numbers are here. Other are what? They are text. True, true, true. They are all what? Text. Okay, let's try this. Is number. Number. To do this, close the bracket, enter. False. This is not number. By saying false means that what? This is not a number. Copy down. So this is a number and this is a number. If you like, let's assume you are working somewhere, you want to use your if function, you can say, okay, if is text, like this, if is text, if this is text, bracket, comma. Remember our logical test? If this is text, calculate, if it is text, nothing, leave it empty. Otherwise, multiply it by 100 or add it to 100. This plus 100. Assuming you want to do something like that. If it's text, leave it empty. Otherwise, 100 divided by this, 7 plus 100, enter. So you see that, you're able to see. Now we are able to, we now apply our if function to text together. We apply our functions together with its text, and look at what we get. I remember in last year, we went to do an audit somewhere, and one of my guys, it was adding some data, and the thing was not adding up. You know, when you spread your data, when you spread your numbers, whatever you have here should give you total of what you have here. So the total of the spread is not matching up with what it has. So when it reaches out to me, I use this logic to get the problem.
Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí NEPA múná dé kíákíá o.
Àmì o.
Kò tí ì lo, but
tó
bá ń lo Teams
please kindly mute. We've said amen to your prayer already. Okay. You see what I did for him?
Sorry about that.
Okay, you can mute, please. So what I did for him was this, because I know that if it's most of those things there are numbers, maybe one or two lines are text. I now use like this. I did for him. I said if equals to if the bracket if this comma if it's number if it's number, I said it should remain empty. If it's number, remain empty, comma. Otherwise, it should show what we have here. Then I apply this for that my boss. So instantly we can see all cells that are text. So every other one are just empty. So we can see at a glance the cell that is not adding up, that's not making the numbers to add up. So that's just the way to find out if your check is this and this or that. You just use this number or you use this text. There are other ways by which you can also do that, but let's just stay with these two for now. Now, how do you convert it back to number? There are various ways also, but the most popular one I want to use there is by using the function called value. Value, place it inside it and hit enter. You see that when we had it up, we have put the formula here already. We've not even copied everything now. It started giving us solutions now. Let's add it up. Bam. We use value functions to convert all this into what? Into value. Any question? Use value functions to return, to convert all this thing back to numbers. So let me put it in this. So that is the formula. So you can also use, let me so highlight this. It's text. It's text. Apply same thing here. Okay, good. So the next thing now is the left, right, and mid function. Left, right, and mid functions. So we use this function to extract data from the right side or from the left side. So we use right to extract something from the right, from the last character backward. We use left function to extract data from the left side, from the first character forward. Now let's extract some data from the right side. We want to extract the first 4 letters now. Right function, just pass your right function and put your text inside. Now it's asking what? Number of character. So let's put 4 and close the bracket. Boom. From the right side, you can see that we have ELPP. If we make it 5, we have apple. So we want to extract the last 5 characters from green pineapple. We just use right function to extract it, and we have all this. The same thing with left function. Use left function to extract 5 characters also. Put 5 and close the bracket. Enter. You see, we have extracted it. So if you need just 5 characters from all the column, maybe you have a long list, you want to extract some 5 or 7 or green or 6 or 7, just use your functions, and you will see it just like this. It's like a magic. Excel will do it for you. Those are the way by which you can just quickly extract something from the data.
Hello.
Any question?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please. I just want to ask this left, right, and mid function. Yeah, can someone use it as code if maybe you have assets or you have something that you want to generate code instead of generating code for yourself? Can someone use this right or left function to do that?
Possibly, yeah. You can.
Okay.
You can use to generate if you know that the numbers, the names are not the same. Even if they are the same, you can still add something to it. Let's say when we reach concatenate, you can add some things, ampersand something, and you add something, and you get, will give you your code. For example, let's say we want to use something like this, and we say at and let's 0023. Or yeah, it's a number somewhere you see now.
The voice is breaking. We are not hearing you.
Okay. Is my voice breaking?
Echo.
Yeah, somebody should using this thing there. Mute yourself. If you mute yourself, it will go off. That means not from me. Okay. Now, what he has or she has, I think it's he, was that can we use it for something? Yeah, you can. So let's say we have something like this. Let me put some numbers here. 001, 002, 001. Oh, sorry. 002. 001, 002. Let's try copy this. Okay, now let's say you have something like this. You can just do like that. You can just add something like this to your server and put and this. Enter. So with something like this, you can see that we have generated code for them. So that sometimes you may have some items. For example, we have green pineapple, green book, green this, green that. So you may have something that will have the same thing, but the number now will now depend on how you want to number your server. You can just use your SQL to generate the code automatically without wasting your time typing the number one by one. If you want to add something to it, maybe you want to add slash or dash or anything to it, just add them together like that. That's just a way of doing it. Okay, before we do that, okay, let's learn this. Okay, the main one here, mid function. We have learned to use right and left. We have mid function equals to mid, open the bracket. Look at this now. Unlike this one, we have two arguments. Here we have three: text, start number, and number of characters. That is how mid function works. It has three characters there. So let's see how we are going to do that. I click on this. That is our text. The next thing is asking where are we starting the counting from? Because we are using mid function. You know, the left and right, they are defined. Left side, right side. But mid function, you have to explain where are we starting the counting from. It's okay. Start from the fourth character. That's the fourth. Comma. How many characters do you want to extract? You want to extract 3 characters. You want to extract 3 characters only, and we close the bracket. Enter. Now see now, we're able to extract from the middle only, not from the left, not from the right. Again, equals to mid function. We have the text as the first argument. The second thing is what? Start number. Where are we starting from the middle? We just say middle. So we have to explain to Excel where we are starting the counting from. In our case now, we are starting from the fourth character. I put comma and I want to extract 3 characters. And I close the bracket, hit enter. 777, this, and this and that. Come. That's how to use left, right, and mid functions.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, please. I can see from this example now, this middle one, all the characters and the number, they are the same, but So that is why it is easy to start from the fourth character here. But when in a situation whereby whereby the cell doesn't have the same number and character, so how can we do that? Do you get my question, sir?
I get your question.
Uh-huh. So that is what I wanted to know, in case the characters and the numbers are not the same. So,
Okay.
is there any other we can use instead of using
In that case, we are going to combine formulas together. Let's say we have something like this. Let's say greenwood 05 and slideshow 1500, and we have Malabu 45. Now, this is an example of what we are talking about. We want to extract this text. Look at this, something like this. Let's say we want to use write function. No, in this case, we're going to use write. We want to use write function, and we put this, comma, and we can use 3 here, and hit OK. But this formula will only work for this one. It will not work for other ones. Can you see that it's not working for the other ones? Here we have space 45, not 45. Here we have 500, mean 1000. Here we have 05. It's working here, but it's not working for other ones, which means that if you have like 10 whatsoever, you are going to apply the formula one by one. Okay, but let's look at one method. You know, in Excel, there's no fixed method for solving so many solutions. But let's just look at one method by which you can solve this kind of problem. You get it? Now, first thing we're going to look at, let's count the number of characters here. Count where we have space. Minus, let's use len minus space. That will give us the number of characters that we need. So we cannot apply our write function here. Write function. You can see that we now have a longer step now. This is just an example. I splitted it so that we can understand it. I will have written a long formula, but we might be confused. Hello? Am I communicating?
Yes.
Now let's see how it's going to work. Len. I count the length of this character. We have 13 characters there. Okay, I want to know where we have space in this character now. I can use, there's a function called find. Find what? Find space. You remember I said space is also a character in this. I put space, double quote. I want to find space within this text. Right? Then just close the bracket. Hit enter. So space is on what? On the 10th letter. The 10th character is space. You can say, okay, equals to this minus this. We have 3. It means that 3 will be our what? Number of characters we want to find out here. We are looking for here. Let's click on this. Let's click on this. Let's do this. So here we need 3, here we need 4, here we need 2. So instead of typing the formula one by one with our hand, we can just use our write function here. Write function from this text, comma, give us 3. Close the bracket, enter. So you can copy this down. Bam. So this is just a simple way. I just simplify it so that you can understand the logic. If I go ahead and just type the formula as it is, if I can say, okay, equals to right function, and I pass this, comma. I want to know the number of character that I will need now. From number of character, what I do is that I want to minus space. I will say, okay, length of this, let minus find space, find space, comma, from here, and I close the bracket, then last bracket. Let's see. Yes. I see that I've written a long, so if I use this method, you might be confused. So that's why I break it down so you can see all the grammar I've blown here. It's just as simple as this. We count the number of characters we have. So when you have something like that, you need to use, depending on the problem that comes, you need to use some logic to calculate some things and know the exact place where each of them will start from. Mr. Hashim, I think you asked the question, right?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, I think you get what I'm saying now.
Yes, I do. But that space, please, can you re-explain that formula you use for that space?
Find.
Is that find? Okay, sir.
You find something. You want to find something within something. Yeah, that is it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Let's say I want to find. So there are two functions that you can use for that. You can use find. You can use search. They do the same thing. Equals to find. Find will start, but the difference is that find is case sensitive. Can you see something here? Find is case sensitive, but search is not so. Search also can use also to do the same thing that I just did now. Search, but search is not case sensitive. That's just the difference between the two. You can search for text, you can search for space, you can do so many things with it. Okay. We have REPT. REPT is used to repeat certain thing in the number of time. You can repeat something in the number of times that you want. Equals to REPT, put the bracket, you want to repeat A, comma, repeat text, number of times, 15. Good. Can you see now? We want to repeat A 15 times. REPT 15 times. Okay, you want to repeat something, REPT, you want to repeat mail. Let's say example, close the bracket, enter. Mail, and the rest, you can do the same thing. You can just repeat anything you want to repeat. Because, okay, we don't want to repeat the name, we want to repeat asterisk. You might have to put in double quote, enter. You can put asterisk in double quote and copy it down. Bam. So you can repeat anything. You want to use for tally, like in mathematics, and just you repeat this your stick letter and copy it down. Bam. That is how to use REPT. You put number of times you want to repeat something there.
Please do the tally again. Because you copy down, but the number are not the same.
Because I use this as frequency.
Okay.
B7, B8, B9, B10. This is the frequency I use. That's why it's not the same. So this is the formula I use. You remember this sign? You remember this sign we used when we were splitting something the other time?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the sign I use now as for tally. REPT. Okay, now the next one is concatenate. Concatenate. We use concatenate function when we want to join text together. We want to join text together. We use concatenate. Look at something like this. Concatenate. Concatenate this one, comma, this, comma, this, comma. Okay, so that's all. Enter. Let's put something here. Igwe. Can you see now? We have joined 3 texts together. That's how to use concatenate. It's as simple as that. But there's something missing here. Can you tell me what is missing here? Look at this. Something is missing in this. What is it?
There is no space in between the name.
No space in between them. Yes, there's no space.
The last part
Okay.
has space, so the last, that one with the final something. The final price is
Because yeah, the reason why it has space is this.
no space.
This
Oh,
is having space.
yes, there's no
The
space
final
between
price
it
is
and the number. Yes,
there's no space between this and this, and between this and this. Now,
okay, I can see.
remember where we started our journey today? We said space is also what? Character in Excel. So after the first one, we're supposed to put space. How do we do that? We put double quote, space, double quote, comma. Is it clear? Look at it. After the first one, we put space in double quote before we put comma. Can you see it now? Now we now put the second one, comma. After the second one, what do we do again? Double quote, space, double quote again. Then put under comma. Then we pick the third one. Then we close the bracket. Oh, I think it's making sense now.
Yes.
Adesuye Titus Igwe. We put space after each of the character because space itself is also what? You can look at this. We have text 1 to be this. When I click on the space, that is our second text. Third text is this. The space is also what? Fourth text. So space is counted as text on its own also. We have it like this. Boom. Okay, now I want everyone to try it now. But what I want is this. This is what I want to. I want comma after Adesoye, comma and space. Not just the space. I want comma and space. Yeah, everyone, try that. 2 minutes.
Comma and space together, or comma after Adesoye and space after
Adesoye,
Titus.
comma, Adesoye, comma. You know, after that comma, there should be space before Titus. If there's no space, it doesn't make sense. Adesoye, comma, space, Titus Igwe. I want it like this. Adesoye, comma. So everything should have this. There should be comma after the surname. Everyone, try it out. I want comma after the surnames.
Done.
Who else again? Who else again? If you are done, let us know. Who else is done? You can unmute and talk. Who is done?
Sorry, I didn't get it. I lost
Okay.
my internet during the time we are doing it.
Okay, no problem. You will see when we want to solve the solution. But can you do this one that I've done already? Let me put this one in.
Yes, I did the first one. I did the first one.
This one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I now give you assignment. I give you classwork to try it out. I said you should try it now, but I don't want ordinary space. I want comma. The classwork.
To do the comma is what I don't know how to do the comma.
Okay, don't worry. You ask you to stand up and raise up your hand very soon. All of us will be watching you. I will ensure that you don't raise up, you don't bring down your hand. Okay, no problem. Who else again has tried it? Somebody is done. Who else again? Somebody did not get it. Fine and good. Who else again? Other people, are you getting it, or you are doing it, or you are not practicing? Maybe you are not with your laptop. Okay, now let me try it out now. Let me show you how to do that. We want, okay, Man Amida, can you take us through what you tell us what you did? Yeah, okay. Okay, concatenate, you have picked the first cell now, comma. After the comma, what do we do? After the comma?
That concatenate. Okay, you have picked this first cell.
Yes.
Comma. You put the comma in double quote. The comma that we want you to separate the name. You put them in double quotes.
Okay. Yes.
The comma in double. So comma.
Okay.
So put double quotes inside empty. Put empty space inside double quotes.
Okay. Comma
double
again.
Space double quote. Comma again. So choose the second name.
Second name. Good.
Comma.
Comma.
So put space in double quotes again.
Yes, comma.
Comma. Then
pick the last one. Yeah, you give what you want. Yeah, But what I will just do is that next time you can just put the comma and space together in a double quote.
Mm-hmm.
Comma and space instead of doing comma separate. Since they are together in double quote, Excel will recognize them together.
Okay.
Now, Excel will recognize them together as in that double quote. So comma, third name, comma, double quote again, space, double quote, comma, and you pick the last one, close the bracket, enter. Chiroma, either will be Janet. The final price is 5,000. And see, there's comma here. The comma we put here, that's what is you can see here. Even though it doesn't work in this format in this case, but at least we have learned how to apply comma. You can apply anything. You can change the comma to iPhone if you like. You can apply anything. You can put forward slash, question mark. Anything you want to put, you can just put it there. It will do. It will work. Can you see?
Yes.
Any sign you put there will work. If you want space before this, you can just put space before even this also. Space slash space. Let me see. So that is how to use concatenate function. But the short form, if you don't want to go around the concatenate, the long concatenate function, you can just use ampersand also. Equals to this ampersand this ampersand this. Same thing. Ampersand. So just use ampersand to join them. No formula now this time around. We just use ampersand to join them. This and this and this. But when we need space, we're going to follow the same method. We put our double quote space, double quote, and again ampersand. It means that your text, ampersand space, ampersand text, ampersand space again.
Well, this thing look the same with the concatenate.
Exactly. Except that concatenate will use comma, ampersand will use ampersand. That's the only difference between the two.
So ampersand don't use comma.
Yes. Just use
Okay.
ampersand to join them here. Concatenate will just use comma here. Concatenate. So the same method. But if you forget the formula or you don't want to go around the formula, just use and the ampersand sign to join them together. It will work for you. You can put comma there like we did. You can put dash. You can put anything in between them. So since I've done concatenate before, so this one should not give you problem. So let's move to substitute. Let's move to substitute. For most of us, some of us may not be able to use this. There is a new function also called text join. But not all the Excel has this. Text join. So in that case, you just put the delimiter in between them, and that's delimiter. Then you want to put space as delimiter now between them, comma. Ignore empty space, comma, and you pick your text. This, comma, this, comma, this. You see. So that's it. But if your Excel does not have text join, if you are using anything below 2019 or so, you may not have text join. Not everyone has this. That's why I didn't include it. But if you have 2019 and above, you can use text join. It starts like this. Delimiter. What do you want to put in between them? Do you want to ignore empty cell? Then join or click on all the cells you want to join together. Close enter.
So what's the do you want to Let me click on the formula again. I saw true there.
Yes, ignore. Is it?
Okay.
Ignore
Okay.
empty. It's asking if you ignore empty or not. True or false.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm using 2016, so we can't practice.
You don't have it. You don't have it.
Yes.
Anything below 2019, you do not have it. Anything below 2019, you not have texture. So we move to substitute. Substitute. When you use substitute, you know we can use Control F to find something. You know how to use Control F to find something? You can just find something with Control F, and you can use replace with Control H. When you press Control H, it takes you to replace straight. You have find, we call them find and replace. Control F will take you to find. Control H will take you to what? Replace. So now you can use them to find something. But substitute function is a function that you can use function to manipulate something else within the character. For example, we can say, okay, substitute. Look at this. Substitute text. We want to substitute text. Next thing is what? Old text and new text. From this text, these are text. What is the old text that we want to substitute? We want to substitute O. In this case, let's say we want to substitute O. Double quote. With what? Let's say we want to substitute with what? With asterisk. As example in this case, comma. And that's all. The last one is instance number. You know, I remember I've told you that instance number, in some cases you can ignore it. In some cases, they are very important. So let's just, they are optional argument. Click enter. Can you see we have I love the new Toyota Camry. All the O are replaced with what? With asterisk. That is substitute. Substitute function. Let me do it again. Equals to substitute. You select this text. What is the old text you want to change? This time around, I want to remove the space. The spaces that we have there. I put the space double quote. Double quote, space, double quote. That is the space I want to remove, comma. The old space, I want to replace it with what? With the new text. I will use underscore. That's my new text, comma. No instance number. So let me just close it for now. Enter. I love the new Toyota Camry 2016. All the spaces are now what? Replaced with what? Underscore. Are you getting it?
In that substitute, which one is instance number?
I've not taught you that. Just
okay, no, it's not
going.
I'm trying it. Okay.
No, don't put comma. Don't put comma. Don't put instance number for now.
Okay, I should not put comma.
Don't put comma after the new text. That's why it's asking you for instance number.
After the old text, it was after the old I put comma.
After the old text, you put comma, then you put the new text. Look at it. Look at my function. Look at my function here.
The first one.
You put the text, old text, comma, new text, and bracket.
Okay.
Same thing with the first one too.
Okay, there wasn't comma after the text.
Yeah, after the new text.
Done.
Great
Done
job.
now.
Good job. This is it. You pick the O, letter O as the old text, asterisk as the new text. Okay. Now, when do we use instance number? Let's say we don't want to replace everything. We want to replace only the fifth space, the fifth O, or the last O, or the first O only. You can say the instance number, you can say 1. Sorry. Yeah. Let's come here. After the new text now, we can say our instance number can be 1. Let's see what we get when we pick 1. I say that only the first one has asterisk now. I love the new that comes to this thing, but the O, the first O in this case has been what? Has been changed. The same thing. Let's look at this. And then let's say we want to use how many space we have here? 1, 2, 3.
This thing is case sensitive.
Okay. So let's say only the sixth one now. Only the sixth one I want to change. I want to this to appear. That is my instance number. That 6 is what? The instance number, not all. Enter. Oh, sorry. Let me remove this space here. See, so we now have the Camry, the aesthetic at the end of the last space. That is how to use a substitute. Now, here is a quick question. Let's try this out, everyone. Look at this. Quickly do this. As a classwork now. As a classwork. This. Substitute this. You have been given a task to create a table for 2015 and 2016 cost data, and you already have a data. You have created a similar data before, so you want to use that data now to work with this one. So you want to create a new list now using the old one that you have before. Instead of creating a new one now, you want to go and use the old one. You want to just change the years only from the old data. What do we do?
Don't know if we get the question, Sha.
Okay. So, what do we do now? How many people have gotten it? Did you get? What did you get? Anamida.
I got Q1 2015, but it's not working for 2014 or the 2014. So I don't know if
Okay. Okay. You got it. You just
I
need you got it. You just need a step further. No problem. No, now we are changing two things. We want to change two things. That is the issue you are having now. The issue is that we want to change two things, not a single thing, right? Now
Yes.
we are going to use it like this. We got equals to substitute these are text,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Oh, where am I working? Very far. Let me come closer. Sorry. Come closer. You can stay here or here. Equals to substitute. These are text, right? What's our old text? 2013.
2013.
Okay. Our new text is 2015.
2015, yes.
And we close the bracket, right?
Yes.
This is what you did. This is what you did.
Yes.
But it didn't work here. It didn't work here.
It didn't work for the 14.
Okay. But what you just have to do is you have to create another formula again. Substitute again.
Okay.
After this, your first formula you put, now complete this. Wait for if you see 2014 again, oh. Come on.
22.
26, 27, 2016. Yeah, that's just it.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
So now you have two formulas together. Substitute first one and the second one. So let's copy this down now. Bam.
Okay. Let me try it.
So that is how I say can help you. Instead of starting again from ground zero, since you already have similar thing, just replace some things inside and you continue your job. Just find all those ones and you change it there. You can also use the same method. This is our method. Sorry. So I copy this, Control C. I can copy everything here, Control V. And here I can use Control H. Control H. Find 2013 for me. 2013.
Okay.
In that case, you have to save as so that you don't replace the old one. 2015. And click replace. Okay, replace all. So then you do it again for 2014. Change to 2016. Still work the same way. Consider we have successfully changed everything here. So there are so many methods by which you can do so many things in Excel. But these are some of the methods you can use when you face some challenges in Excel. These are the way by which you can quickly resolve issue that you have with your numbers or text in Excel. Okay, good. So now we get to the end of our first class for today. Maybe we can have like a 5 minutes rest before we start our VLOOKUP. So by 11:30, go to start
Sorry,
our
sir.
VLOOKUP. Hello, ask a question.
The
What else can
formula,
help?
the formula again, sir. Substitute 824.
Okay, look at it. Look, don't look at this long formula. Don't look at formula. This is it. Substitute, so that you don't confuse yourself. This is text. You get this one. Text. The old text is 2013. The new text is 2015. Is this more clear to you? Hello, Mr. Lawal. You get
I'm
this
with you,
one?
sir.
You get this first one,
Yes.
right? This first step.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, since if you copy this now, it will not affect 2014. Now, you now go back to the same formula again. You wrap it again with another substitute. Now, that's what we do. And then
Okay.
we now say, okay, if you see 2014, make it 2016. Get it now? After we wrap one function in another function. That's why you see it as substitute. Yeah. We now create another function after formula again. After the first one, another formula again. That is it.
Okay.
But
Good.
to use the Control F option, we have to go and copy the data and place in another place before we can.
The reason why I just copy is that I don't want to replace the original one.
Okay.
That one will replace. That one will
It
replace.
can't change under sales data if we don't
Exactly. That
copy
one
it
will,
from there.
yeah. If you are, let's say you are working somewhere, you want to do that. If you want to use Control H, you have to save as. Do that. You don't override your old data. Save as the new one. Now you now edit the new one with Control H or Control F. Is that clear now?
Yes.
That's how to do that. So let's give like 5 minutes. We'll come back to our next class on VLOOKUP. I know this is one of the interesting topics that most of us has been waiting for to do.
Hello, coach. Hello, Mr. Akim.
What is going on? I can't hear anything again.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I guess it's having network issues.
Am I the only one not hearing anything?
So, let's continue to practice what he's teaching us. I guess it's having network issues.
5 minutes break.
But he said we should go for a break now.
He gave us break
Isn't
that we should come back. So that
no,
is
no,
why
no.
it's
He
not
gave
alive.
us. He gave us.
Okay, 11
for break.
35.
So let's wait for the break to be over.
It's just 11.
Okay, oh, I'm back. Hello. The break is over.
Hi.
Hello, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Okay, good. Now, we are moving to the new workbook where we're going to learn VLOOKUP. When you want to test your knowledge of Excel, the text VLOOKUP and the pivot table. But me, I know that the most important knowledge that will not waste your time is the referencing. Referencing. Please don't forget this knowledge, please. Oh, enable saving. Editing. We have referencing. This knowledge, please always review this and try to apply it. This is very, very important knowledge. So people, when you want to test your Excel, they use VLOOKUP to test your Excel. VLOOKUP. And when they want to see that you are an advanced user, they test pivot table. User, they want to use pivot table. So those are the area we're going to look at now. There is a joke. Have you heard of this before? Have you heard of this before?
No.
It's a kind of joke here. A kind of joke.
Cannot Excel without lookup.
Without lookup. So it shows that before they can believe that you know Excel, you must know yes, expect you to know VLOOKUP. You enter. Here you cannot Excel without lookup. So now I want to look up today. Let's learn lookup so that we know that we are excelling or we can use Excel. It's just a kind of joke. Okay, now lookup functions. When you talk about lookup functions, we use lookup to look for something from somewhere. We have a big table, very big tables, and they want to extract the name of the staff or their salary or their agenda or something. We want to extract something from, we have a sales report. We want to extract the price from another table. Instead of, okay, let's say you have like 1,000 sales, and you have the sales whatsoever, but how do you get their price? You have the code. How do you get total sales? You know, all those things can give you a headache. And it can waste a whole day for someone also. Not even a whole day. In fact, you can be on it for 1 week. But meanwhile, with knowledge of lookup, you can solve the whole problem within 20-30 minutes. Okay, so let's see how that will work. So we have what is called vertical lookup, which is called VLOOKUP. And we have what is called horizontal lookup, that is called what? HLOOKUP. When you have a table, that where you have your data in this format, you have your header on top like this. You have your header on top like this. We are going to use, we call this one vertical table. These are the header, and these are the data under it. But when you have your data like this, you have your header on the left side, and you have your table, your information in front of it, not under it. This is horizontal table. Now, the syntax for data for VLOOKUP is as this. Look at this very well. Lookup value, table array, column index number, and range lookup. Let me explain them. Lookup value means that we are looking for something. I'm looking for this thing. Table array means we are looking for, I'm looking for X, Y, Z. From where? As the array. From where? Okay, from this table. In which column? I've seen the table you are talking about. From which column do you want me to look for it? Okay, what do you want me to look for? Is it exactly the same thing or anything close to it? Exactly or close range. So those are the 4 things we'll be using now. I'm looking for something from this table. Check this column for me and return. What do you want to return? Is it exactly the same thing as you look for or anything close to that? So let's demonstrate that here. Look at this product number, this. Now we have product 1 or product 2 here. We want to know the name of this product. We want to know the name of this product. How do we do it? We use VLOOKUP. We use what? VLOOKUP. In a small table like this, you can quickly say the name is pineapple. When you have a long table, a big table, you can't pick the name. You have to scroll up and down or filter or something like that. If VLOOKUP, what's our lookup value in this case? These 2. You know, we are looking for 4 things, right? These are lookup value, comma. From where? The second is what? From what? From where? We say, okay, from this table. From here, comma. Now, we now say, okay, the third one is what? I've seen where you say I should look. Oh, which column do you want me to look for? Look for a solution. Look at this table. We have how many columns? Column 1, column 2, column 3. Where can we get name? Which column can we get name from? Where can we get name? We have 3 columns here. Column 1,
Column C.
From what?
Column 2.
Yeah, column C. Yeah,
There's
the
no
column
C here.
two. No, column 2. Yeah, column 2.
Column C.
Which is
I
column
said
2?
column 1, column 2, column 3. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
column
The
2.
name is column C.
Column 2 is product name.
Yeah, it's column
That's
2.
Product name. That's C20.
And the third one is what? Is it exactly these two that you should look for here? Should you look for 2 or anything similar to 2? We are going to use exact match. That is
Exact match.
for 2. 2 is what we are looking for. So the name is what? Pineapple.
Right. I better come again.
No, we are not coming back. We are not coming. We are vexed. We are angry.
I'm not coming back. Okay.
Yes. Okay, no problem. So let's try it again. Equals to VLOOKUP. What's the first thing? What's the first thing here?
Lookup value.
Value.
That's our value. We want to look for 3. From where? That is a table array. Can you mute yourself? There is an echo coming down.
Let's H20 now.
So,
Okay. This
comma. Can you mute yourself, please? Let's be muted. There's noise coming down from there. Okay. The first thing is what we are looking for. That is our lookup value. That's what we are looking for. The second thing is what? Table array. Where we are looking for it. We want to look for 3. That's the product number from this table. That's the second thing. The third one is what? Which column is our answer? Can we get our answer from? So in this case, you see, we have column index number. Is number we want to type here? Number. Column index what? Number. So we have 3 columns there. Column 1, column 2, column 3. So that what we want to write name now. Then we can get our name from column 2. Just type 2. Don't click anything. And what we are looking for is exact match. That 2, not 2.5, not 2.7, not 2.8. 2 exact match. And close the bracket. That is false. Exact match. Hit enter. 3 is what? Potato. If I change this one to 4, over. If I change it to 1, orange. If I change it to 5, melon. So from this table, wherever we see 5 is what? Is melon. Wherever we see 4 is what? Is guava. Wherever we see 3, potatoes. Can you try it now, everyone? That's your first VLOOKUP formula in this class. In this class, you may have used it before. In this class, this is your first VLOOKUP formula. Write it out, practice it. Two minutes for everyone.
No audio again, no. Am I the only one? No audio.
He gave us time to practice it. He's not talking. He asked us to practice it.
Oh.
So practice what we have done so far on this lookup. I want to be sure you get at least the first step, understand the first one, so that we can build on that.
Got in. After
Good
the
job.
first one, and someone, okay, you can't even copy down, Abby.
Done.
No, you cannot copy down for now. You can copy down if you put it in absolute reference.
Okay.
If you put your data in absolute reference, you can copy down. Because if you copy down like this, it will change the range. And you see the range will be changing because we did not fix the range. That's why I didn't copy down before.
Done.
Good job. Who else again? Now,
Done.
let's move on.
Done
Good
before.
job. I like that. Haha. So, we are moving far. Very fast. I like this. So, we have price now. Let's extract our price for this product now. Equals to VLOOKUP. Let's do it together. VLOOKUP. Our lookup value is this, comma. Our table array is this. Okay, let me do something. Sometimes, let's say we name our table. Let's name this table. Control T. And the name is let's give the name to be fruit table. Fruit table. Remember our data structuring. So instead of selecting the range every time, just call the name. VLOOKUP. Our table array is this. What's our table array now? Sorry, lookup value is this. What's our table array? Just a fruit table. Table array, comma. Which column is our price? Column 3, comma. Exact match, false. The bracket, enter. So the price is 500 now. So if you change this one to 1, the name and the price will come. If you change it to 5, the name and price will come. We change this one to 2, the name will change, the price also. VLOOKUP. Lookup value is this. We want to look for this from where? From fruit table. Comma. So which means that when you name your table, it makes life simpler for you.
3.
Next number is what? 3. Good job.
3.
Exact match. Close the bracket. 500. Pineapple is 500, right? Good job. If you change to 5 or to 4, over and 120. Okay, so let's move now to another sheet. Data sheet. We have this table, this data here, and we have the lookup here. Now let's say we have this staff ID number. Hello.
Yeah. You see the same thing with if you have to put the code whereby the description will come out. You see the same format like this.
Oh, exactly. This is what I said.
Hello.
Now.
Table again.
I didn't hear you.
Name the table again. Name the table. But it's not. It's saying the motion selected is not correct.
In your own case, Abby.
I highlighted all and go and name the table. It doesn't work. I still selected a cell.
Have you created a table? You
Yes.
selected all, or you create a table?
I've created a table, then selected all to name the
No.
table.
No, you don't do select all to name table now. When you click it, when you create a table, you will see design tool there. When you create a table, you are going to see a design tool here. When you click on that table, click on that table. If you cannot see design tool here, you don't have a table.
I've seen it.
From the design table, you go and name your table on the left side. You see name table name here now. You change the name of the table there. Yeah,
Okay.
that's how to name table. What you name, if you select everything and you name it, it's range. You just name a range. That's just a name range. Name range in here, not table name. Okay. So that is how to bring in data from under sheet. Yes.
Yeah, please. That's the first Excel sheet that you use for us, which is on the invoice. Please, I want us to relate it to this VLOOKUP, where we have the only thing that is not on that invoice is the code, where we have the description, the quantity, the unit price, and the total. So if you have to link it to this VLOOKUP now, if you now have that code.
Yes.
So
now what you do in that case is similar to this one. Now each of the customer, you can unmute. Yeah, sorry, you can mute yourself now. There's noise coming from somebody's background. From what you do is customer 1. You get it? You have the name. Yes. Email. Sorry. Well, as I join itself, let me remove this. Okay, let me come down a bit. Let's say we have customer 1. Customer 1, right? From each customer, we have name, address, phone number, numbers, email, and all those things, right? Abby? The same thing, customer 2. Customer 2 up to the customer Z. Now, that's on one sheet. Another sheet again, you have product 1, product 2. Product 1 is orange. And on the product you are selling, product 2, you have it again. Product 3, you have them. You get it now. So now, each time you pick, you just select product 1 under your item code, under the code. Product may have code or whatever. The moment you pick on the product name, it will bring the description of that product for you. You will have under your invoice, under the which work, I think is workbook 1, right? On open product 1, I think it's product 1. Desktop. I have everything on desktop. Oh, your job. I think is there. Is there? Okay, I think it's there, right? So the moment you pick on a product, the moment you pick on a product name, it will bring description. It will bring, this is where you are going to use your VLOOKUP formula. VLOOKUP formula. You tell the product, you tell where the table is. So each time you pick on an item, it's going to bring a description for you. The same thing, you can also bring price also. You can also use VLOOKUP for price also. Equals to VLOOKUP. So you link it up with that product table. So each time you bring the product, it will bring the description and the price automatically itself. The same thing with customer here. The customer name, you put a customer ID, it will bring all the name, address, phone number, email, everything will be here. Hello? Am I communicating?
Yes, you are. Yeah,
That
yes,
is
sir.
it.
Thank
So
you very much.
it means that the customer data you have it somewhere, so that when you bring the customer code or customer name, it will bring the remaining data. You use VLOOKUP here, VLOOKUP for each of them, so that the moment they see the name, automatically they pick what? They bring out all the remaining information for you. The same thing with the product also. The moment you click on it, they bring all other information here for you. That is how that is work. And there's another thing you're going to do here also. Remember, you are going to use validation here, whereby you can select the list of your customer. Instead of typing list of customer, you just click on, you use your drop-down knowledge that we learned before to bring out that. So let's quickly go back and demonstrate something similar to that here. 4B. So I'm going back to this VLOOKUP sheet here. Now, we have staff ID numbers here, staff ID. What do we do here? Let's create data validation for this column. Validation for this column. Go to data tab, select data validation is there. We want to use a list. Remember, where do we have our list? Our list is here. From here, downward, that's our list. We click OK. Now, from here now, we can pick our list. We can pick our customer. So the moment we pick this, we want Excel to return the employee name, the status, hire date, year, salary, this and this. That is what we want right now. What do? We use our VLOOKUP knowledge. VLOOKUP. Lookup value is this staff ID number. Come on. The table array, go to your table here, you select, either you name all your table like we did earlier, or you select the entire table. This is our table. Put in F4, please. In F4, because I'm going to copy this, comma. That's our table array. Index number, where can we get our name? That's column 2. This column 1, this column 2. Our name is what? On column 2, comma. Lookup array. Lookup is what? Exact match. STOO whatsoever. Look for this, hit enter. So 003 is what? Cardwell only. That's 003. Let's check. 003 is what? 003 is Cardwell only.
Only.
That is staff number what? 003. Look at it. We have our Cardwell only here as our return value. Now let's do this formula again now for status.
Okay.
Equals to VLOOKUP. What's our lookup value? Staff ID. Am I correct?
Yes.
What's our table array? This data here. The table array. From here to here, downward. This is our table array. I put it in F4.
Okay.
Comma. That's number 2. The number 3 now is what? What's the third thing that we need now? Column index number. Which column can we get our status? Which column can we get status from?
D.
Column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Status. Column D. 4.
No.
Yeah, column 4.
Column number 4. Number 4, comma, exact match. Half times. This guy is what? Half time status. So that's how we're going to create our formula. But let's use knowledge we learned before. You want to copy this formula from here to this place. We want to copy it. Let's use our old knowledge now. What do? Look at what is happening here. This one is pointing to what? Staff ID. This one is pointing to employer name. There is error. Lookup value has changed. What are we getting wrong here? Can somebody tell me what we're supposed to do for the lookup value so that it will not move from here to?
Lock it.
What are we locking? Is it A or 2? Or both of them?
Both of them, A2.
We should lock both of them. Who has another argument? I disagree. Who has another argument? What
So
are we
let's
locking?
lock A. We'll lock A.
To lock column A. I agree with that. Why?
Because it's all the staff ID that we need, not ST, not only the A2.
Okay.
Once
Now
all
we need
the staff
exactly
ID.
because that column is column A. Okay, let's now change it to F4, F4, F4. So we have locked column A now, and we have locked our data. I think we are good to go now. Let me copy this to the right side. Bam, everything is cardboard only. So the only thing we just need to do now here is just to be changing the what? The column ID number. Just the column number only will go now. Column 4, that's status. I think higher date is column 5 or so. Column 5. Column 6. I think all those columns follow each other. Column 6, higher date. Yeah, in service, okay. Column 7, can you see now? We only change the number only. Column 7, column 8. We are only changing the date is column number only. Column 8. What is it here? What's happening here? Oh, sorry. Column 8. Supposed to be, I didn't change the 2. I just removed the comma. Column 8. I think that's, is it not 10 or so? Maybe column 8. Sorry. 8. Okay. And the bonus is what? Column 9. Enter. I think there's nothing in the. There's nothing in column 9. That's what we have. I think so.
It was our lookup value for the staff ID.
That is it. Staff ID is our lookup value for everything. We are looking at staff ID. Staff ID will give us everything we want.
Okay, did you write the staff ID down, or we go and look for it at the data place?
No, we have to write it. We have to click on. We have to write it down. Lookup value must be written down somewhere. Get it now.
Okay.
That is it. So we can now say, okay, if you come here now, so let's copy this formula now down. This formula now, I'm copying this formula down. Control D. Pam, pam, pam. There's nothing, not available. So let's click on this and change it. Let's look for another staff. We want to look for this staff. Consider the moment we click on it, all information, what? Comes down immediately. Because we have linked all those things together.
I don't get to. I don't understand.
What did you get? What?
How the staff ID got there first? Or are we going to go and copy it from the data?
We use data validation now to bring the data ID here.
Okay.
You can type it if you like. ST007. But we have used validation because when you are working with large data, it's better to validate it so that you just pick from a list.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we go and validate it at the data, so on the VLOOKUP, is still going to bring it up? You know, it's not the same sheet.
Yes, now this validation, it doesn't have this validation can work from any sheet. This okay. You know, when you validate the data, this validation, remember data validation. Yes. Click on data validation here. It will ask for your list. And you go and select that list. Tell it where your list is. That's it. And you click OK. Your list can be from any sheet. Doesn't mean that has to be in that sheet where you're working. Okay. Is that clear now? You can get your sheet from anywhere. So this is how you can use our VLOOKUP to extract all other data from other sheets. So you have your customer list, you have your staff list, you have your product list, anything. Just make sure you link up all those data together. So the moment they see the ID or the name or anything, it will bring out the remaining ones. Now, one thing I want to introduce something now. Look at all this here, where we have error. Can you see something here? Error. We have error there. How do we clear this error? Let's say, you can see something like this now. Let's say we have our data, we have formatted it. Like in that invoice, nobody will be, you will not like to be seeing this one because they have not put anything there. You can see all these places too. If you delete all these things, by default, because there's formula there already, see what we are getting. Any. Why? Because they are not available. There's nothing that Excel can refer to here. So how do we clean this kind of mess? We don't want something like this. How do we clean it? We use what is called IFERROR function. IFERROR. What IFERROR does is that if there is error, do this for us. If there's error, if the answer is correct, maintain the answer. Otherwise, give this one. Give us option. Now look at this. Look at our function, our formula here. The formula here. These are our formula. Before VLOOKUP, just type IFERROR and open the bracket. It's asking for two things. Value, which is this. Our formula is the value, comma. It's now say value if error. If error, what do you want? Just put double quote twice. That is empty. Double quote twice means what? Empty. Hit enter. See now, it's now empty now. Again, let me do it again. If error, put if error in front of this. If error, then open the bracket. After your value, put comma. Then if error, what do you want? Double quote twice. That is, if there is error, put double quote. That is empty. So it will be empty. Instead of showing this stupid whatever, just do this. So you can see that it's clean now. Even though there's formula there, but it's clean. No error is showing. If you come here now and pick a staff number, let's pick staff 75. STO 75. Are we up to that? 75. Pick 75. See that all the information will come up immediately. And then you can see that this place is clean because we have applied what? If error. See other ones where there's no if error, it's showing any. But remember, you apply if error to your formula. If there's error, it will return. It will return whatever instruction you give to it to return. Can you try that now? If error. Apply if error to your formula. If error. Is the formula. Everyone, try that now.
I'm lost.
That is it.
So I can't.
Where do you lost? Other people, you can be trying it while we find the person who is lost. You people.
I'm not from the if error. What do we use it for?
Look at this. You can see that we have two formula here. Because there's no answer,
Yes.
we have error. Would you like to leave your data like this? Eh?
No.
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 So we now say that we now tell Excel that if there is error, wherever there is error, it will make the place empty. That's what we did here. We now say, okay, look at this formula. In front of it, we type if error. There are two things that if error is asking for us: the value itself, which is this formula. The formula is the value we are looking for. But we now put after the value, if error, what happened? We want double quote twice. What's the meaning of double quote twice? What's the meaning?
Empty space.
Empty, not space. Empty. It's not space. Double quote twice. There's no space in between it. Empty. So it means that instead of showing the NA error, wherever there's error, it will just make the place empty instead. That is what IFERROR has done for us. Can you see now that this place now there's no NA again? So let me copy this down. Instead of that NA that we are seeing before, now we now have a new clean sheet. Even though if you don't tell somebody that there's formula here, nobody will know there's formula here. Nobody will know. But the moment you pick something, here, the formula itself will activate itself. Can you see? All the formula started working. But it looked like empty. That is what they use for invoicing, for payroll, for payslip, and other things. You look at it empty. But when you pick the customer name, you see the address, the phone number, email address, everything will come up immediately. You get it now? Because you have put if error, that's why it's empty. We said it should remain empty when there's nothing, when there's an error message. And these are error messages. You can see that this place is better. You would like to leave your workbook like that than to leave it like this. How can you leave your invoice with any error? Your invoice with any error. No, it won't make any sense. You will have used your if error so that when there is no product, the place will be blank. The price unit will be blank. When there's no what? When there's no product. The moment there is product, you pick a product like this, bam, you see the information here, you see the price here. Your job is just to put quantity. That's your own job. Put quantity and maybe you put date. Even date itself, you can customize your date that every day the date will automatically bring up itself. So what concerns you is to pick the right customer and pick the product. The only thing you do is what? Put the quantity number only. That's all. Have you been found, Madam Amimeda?
I've been found.
Thank God.
Thank
we
you.
are together. Welcome. So that is what if error does. There is a junior brother to if error. But that one is limited. It has limited power. That is if NA. We tell Ezra if it is NA, it's the same thing like if error, but if error can handle all error. But if IFNA, we only undo if NA only. You get that now? So this is a junior brother to if error. If error will handle all errors. But if NA, we only handle what? NA problem. If NA, comma, double quote twice, it will still work also. Can you see that it's making the place blank? If NA can also do the same thing. But if NA cannot handle this ref, but if error can handle any error, if error can handle that. But if NA will only handle what? If NA. If not available, if it is not available, put it empty. It will be empty. Can we progress to HLOOKUP? We are still on the same thing. We want to change it now from V to H. Let's do it again. If you are still confused with some things, let's do another formula here again. See on the lookup value, lookup functions. Here we have the stock record. We have the stock record here. And let's say we have the quantity here, and the total sales here. Total sales. Let's have total sales here. This is a report book. So when you pick a stock ID, you want it automatically to bring product description and price. And the total sales will be what? Equals to this times this. That's what you want as a total sales. So this is how we want it to look like. But look at something here. We don't want this zero. We don't want this O to show here. What do we use? How can we make it blank like this? How can we make this place to be blank? Yeah.
If error.
If error, this is not error. This is 0.
Okay.
Now let me teach you something again. Go back to our if function again. If this, look at this one. If this minus this is greater than, sorry. If this minus this is equals to 0 or less than or equals to 0, comma, make it empty. You get it now? If it is 0 or anything less than 0, or let's just make it 0. If equals to 0 or less than 0, make it empty. Otherwise, return this. Boom, 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 boom. Otherwise, we want to return this times this. Can you see now that we don't use if error now? So this is what we use inside your invoice. That's your invoice value. If it is empty, if it is 0, it will be empty. Can you like this? If this times this is 0 or less than 0, it will remain empty. If you like, you can remove your less than. But you cannot have minus cells, huh? You cannot have minus cells. So if it is 0, it's this. Otherwise, it's what? Yeah. You can also say if it is greater than 0, it will return the value here. Otherwise, 0. So like this, it means that anything greater than 0 is to show G10 times H10. Otherwise, nil, empty. Okay, so let's do this now. Let's come back to our own business. Our business is this. We want that each time we pick our stock ID, we want the product description to come and the price. So that we can just input the quantity only. That's our own area of interest. How do we do that? So we want to type invoice the the product stock ID 204. Now we are going to apply our VLOOKUP formula under these two places. Now let's start. Equals to, are we going to use VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP?
HLOOKUP is horizontal.
Why? It's horizontal, exactly. HLOOKUP. Lookup value is this 204. Comma. What's our table array? We select our table array here. We're going to put this in F4, please. F4 fixed. What is the row number where we can get our product description? Is it row 1 or row 2 or row 3?
Row number we can get.
Row 1.
Oh, our product name.
Description is row 2. Row 2 is description. Row 1 is for the number.
Exactly. Row 2. Because we are looking for product description. We have brought our number here already. We type our number by ourselves because we are going to tell something to Excel before he can bring something out. What we are telling him is that look for 204. We are going to tell it 204 directly. Excel will not go and look for 204 for us. You get that? So 204 is our stock ID. Then we want the product ID from the second row, comma, sorry, comma, and we want it as exact match. Enter. Lemon. Again, let's do the same thing for price also. Equals to HLOOKUP. HLOOKUP. Lookup value is this, comma. Our table array is this. Okay, sorry, before we do that. Sometimes when you have a big data, you can just come here and type 1, 2, 3 here. That's a column index number. Column index number. Row index number in this case. Row index number. You can type it there so that you know the number. For example, in this case now, you can come here. You can come here and type 1, 2, 3 on top so that you know which number they represent. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can do like this. Okay, so you can just name them like this so that when you are asking for job rating number, you don't need to count every time. You just look up and you see 8. That is 8 is your job rating. 9 is your what? Bonus is 9. So that is that. You can do that also is allowed. Equals to H lookup. Lookup value is this. Comma. Our table array is from here. F4, comma. The row index number now is 2. Sorry, the price. What is the row index number for price?
3.
3.
3. Oh, 3.
Okay. You just type 3, comma, and you repeat exact match. Close the bracket. So we have everything. The 2 now, we have them ready now. But before we copy this down, let's wrap it in our if error. If error, comma, twice empty. Close the bracket, enter. Let's wrap this one also in if error. If error, the bracket, comma, double quote. If you don't want to use double quote, anything you want to put there, you can put there if error. But in most cases, it's going to be blank. If it's error, maintain blank space. Okay. So if error. Okay, now we now have error now. When we now have error, we can change the formula to if error now. You can see that we now have error now. If error will need to come into place now because we have if error. You get it now. So if error, the formula here is equals to this times this initially. That is initial what? Now it's okay. If error, comma, empty. What's the bracket? If error, make it empty. If error, make it empty. This is not error. It's not. We don't have quantity now. So what your job now is just to put quantity 2. That's your own job. When you pick a product, you are doing 2002. Can you see now? You just put quantity there. 4. The remaining job will be done by Excel. That's okay. The product number is a product 205. The job is just to put what? Quantity there. Any question at this junction? Any question?
No question.
Any other question from anybody? Okay. I think we are good. We can move forward. Now, we want to move to index and match. Index and match. If you look at this thing very well, look at this formula. Our formula always look towards the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 7, or to anywhere. Because our lookup value is on the column 1. If you look at all the examples we have been doing here, look at our example. Example we did here. Our lookup value is what? Where is it? Okay, is there. Our lookup value is on what? On column 1. So we are looking for that thing from 2, 3, 4. If you look for this, if you look at this one too, staff ID is what? On column 1. We are looking for that thing in the front. So that's a big limitation for VLOOKUP. It's a limitation for VLOOKUP. It's a limitation for VLOOKUP. So now to solve that problem, we now employ the two formulas together. To solve that problem in VLOOKUP, we have index and match. Just do two formulas to solve that problem. So let's go and see how they can help them. From them, they can look from here to the back. Index and match can look back, can look front. But VLOOKUP cannot look back. It can only look front from 1 to 10. But from here, if you like, for index and match, you can copy your staff ID and put it at the back. If you put your staff ID here, index and match will still work. It can look from anywhere. If you like, put your staff ID in the middle. Index and match will do what? Will work. But VLOOKUP, it cannot. Your data must be your primary data, whatever, must be what? Your unique number or you search the VLOOKUP value must be on the leftmost corner. Is that clear now? That is why we want to learn index and match. In case you have a data that is not arranged the same way, we use index and match to solve that problem. Now, these are two formulas, index, match. So the first one, index, what index will do is this. Index. Look at this index. Okay, let me put something here. Let me put amount, yeah, or salary here, or rate here. Let me put salary here, and then we can say, okay, equals to and look at my formula, please. Round between 10,000 to 40,000 and close the bracket. Please don't ask me where I get my number again. When you do your own, you will get different number from my own, but do it like I do it now. I want to put salary amount here. We want it between 10,000 and 40,000. Hit enter. Excel will generate random number for you. Random number will be generated for you for this product. Can you see? Now I want to copy and paste special. Control C, Alt HPV, paste special as value only. Paste as value only. Alt plus H plus V plus V. But that's what I used to paste it. I copy and I paste special. Then I want to format it. Control Shift 1. Format is what? Control plus Shift plus 1. These are two things I just do now. Shortcuts. I use this one to paste as a value only. Value paste. Value paste. I use this one to format. Format number. Okay, so you can get different amount from my own. So don't worry. You get different things because it's just we are just asking for random number to use for explanation only. Not the actual price, that's actual salary, not a real salary. Just a random number. But the number is between 10,000 and 40,000. Now, look at this index. This index now, we want to get the name of this guy. Happiness Atuche. Look at this name very well. Happiness what? Atuche. From this place, we have how many columns? 1, 2, 3 columns here. How many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many columns? How many rows do we have? 3 columns, 15 rows. Okay. Where do we get happiness Atuche? Column 2, row what? Row 10. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Row 10, column 2. That is happiness Atuche. You can, you want to do index function. Just say index function. Array function is what? This is our array. We say from this place. This is our array, our table array. This is our array. That is what index is asking for us. Array. Then it's asking what? Row number. What's our row number? 10. What's our column number? 2. And close the bracket. Can you try it? Index. Index. Put the bracket. Select your array. It's asking for array. Which range? You say, okay, look at this data. Comma. It's asking for row number. We say row 10. Column number. We say column 2. And close the bracket. That is how index work. That's how index work. Who is done? Who is done? Give me a minute.
Click on it. Let's see the formula. I said you should click on it. You want to confirm the formula.
That is it. Give me a minute. I'm coming. I want to put on my gen. My battery is running down. Okay. Now, so is that clear? That first step, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the question now is, when you have a long data, how do we know the column number? How do we know the row number? No, that's a problem. To get it is not hard. To get index is not hard. But how do we get the row number or column number? That is why we now have match as a function. The job of match is to do what? Is to tell us the row number or index number or column number. That is the job that match will do for us. Sorry. Now type match function. Match is a lookup. Is asking for what? Sorry, before we open the bracket, it returns a relative position of an item in an array that matches a specified value in a specified order. It will match. Its own job is to tell us what is the number of Atuche, the row number, or what is the student number, what is the column number for student name or for amount, something like that. So that is what match will do. So in this case now, we want to use match to return the row number for happiness Atuche now. Match lookup value. What's our lookup value? Happiness Atuche is our lookup value, right? Comma. What's our lookup array? This is our lookup array. Can you see our array now? You can see that we didn't look up for the total array. It's just a lookup. This is a lookup array, not just array, not the entire data. Lookup array is what? This is where you want to look for the name, comma, and we want exact match. Close the bracket. What's the row number?
10.
10, exactly. So instead of typing 10 now, next time, we just use what? Just use the match function to get us what? Get us 10. Again, let me do it again. Equals to match. Okay, let's say let's match something else. Let's put staff number here. Staff number, staff 12. Staff number 12. Who is the Taufik Kuzini? Let's match this number. Match this 12, comma, lookup array. Where are we going to get lookup array now? Is it this column or this column? This is our lookup value, ST012. What's our lookup array?
Student ID. Student ID.
Who has some contrary opinion to that? If you agree with me, okay, we are with that. Let's pick student ID. Okay, that is our lookup array, comma. What they're looking for? Exact match. And close the bracket. Hit enter. That is row 6. Can you see now? Taufik Hussein is what? Row 6. So instead of we typing the 6, we just what? Use match to get us the number. That's why we call them index and match. Now, let's look for this student. We want to use this one now to look for our student now. Because, okay, equals to index. It's asking for the array. This is the total array. It's complete array. Array, comma. What's the row number? Let's use this. This is our function here. Match function here as row number. What is our column? Name Abi, column 2. This 1, 2, 3. Column 2. Close the bracket. Hit enter. So now we have Taufik Hussein as what? As match 6. That's row 6. Delete this now. So we now have index, array, match function, and this. If you now want to show that you sabi this thing very well, you can say, okay, index, put the bracket, select your array, row number, you type match. Row number we have match, then you open the bracket. Lookup value is this, comma, array is this. Oh, sorry, ID is there. This lookup array, okay, comma, exact match. That is the end of match. This is the end of row number. So if you have a longer column also, you can also use match to check the long column. But in this case, we only have short, just 3 columns. So put 2 and close the bracket. Enter. Taufik Hussein. Can you try it now? First, try the match number first. Match formula first. First, try the match formula before you now do index and match together. You match C2. Want to match C2 from this column. An exact match. Are you okay? So that is a match function. And then we have index and match also. So let's demonstrate that again with another example. Another example now. So let's look, if you look forward, worksheet here, we have 3 worksheets here. We have branch, we have sales, we have product. We want to model this data into a single table. Branch data, sales data, and product details. We want to model them into what? Into a single table here. Everyone, please, let's put all our minds on this one we want to do together now. Branch data, sales data, product data, data model. So I'm going to copy my sales data. I'm copying sales data from here. Control C, coming to data model page, and I paste it into the data model sheet here. So we have everything here: serial number, date, order, branch, pizza, type, quantity. Now we want to add the manager now. We want to add manager on data model. Manager. And I want to add for the product, we want to add price, product price here. Price. Manager and price now. We can use VLOOKUP or index and match, but let's use index and match now so that we can master it more again. You can use either VLOOKUP or index or match, anyone you like. If you understand VLOOKUP, good. You can use VLOOKUP. If you want understand this and match, good, you can use it. Now look at this thing very well. We want to bring in manager information into this table. These are branch data. We have the branch name, manager, and country. Do we have anything that we can look up here to get the manager data? Which column are we going to use here to get our manager's data? Which column are we going to use from here?
Which what?
We want to get manager's information. We want to get the manager for each of these branch into this place. Which column are we going to use to get the manager's information into this place? Look at the manager data here. Branch, manager, country. These are the three information on this table. Branch, manager, country. Now let's come to our main table on the data model. Remember, we just copied data from that place, from sales to this place. Which information here is useful to get manager's information?
Branch.
Branch.
Yeah.
Who agree with that? Who agree with that? Joseph, do you agree? Okay. I could not hear you. Perhaps you agree. Let me assume that you agree with that. Okay, so I'm going to use index and match now. Index. The index now is what? Array. What was our array? Our array is here. Right? Let's put in F4. We are going to copy it down. Comma. What's our row number? Don't know the row number. So to get the row number, we are going to use match because row number will be vary. It's not 1, it's not 2. We are going to use match to get our row number now. If you look for, we want it to look for what? To look for branch. We want what? To look for what? Branch. So when you get branch, from where? From the branch. Here. Is our own array. F4 again. Forget F4, comma, exact match. Close the bracket. So if you get this match, it will tell us the row number. Then we want to get information from column 2, column 1, column 2, column 3. So we want to get from column 2, which is the manager, and close the bracket. So the manager for California is what? Is Christy Olizin. Let's check it. California is what? Christy Olizin. Now let's copy this from here downward.
Please do that again, Joe.
Okay. So if you look at this, the manager for Idaho is Rachel. Look at the branch here. Manager here for Idaho is what? Is Rachel. So that is how to do that. So let me do the formula again. To reduce the confusion, let's start from March. Let's first match this so that we can get row number. Then, comma. Want to match this from this column here. F4. Remember, comma, exact match. Close the bracket, enter. So column 2. That is row 2. Now we've known our row number for this branch. Consider it will change because that is the reason why we cannot type just 2. The row will be changing based on the name of the branch.
Yes.
That's the reason why we cannot type 2 with our hand. So we are going to tell match to help us look for this and tell us the row number. So Control Z it now. Now let's now put this in index match in index formula now. Index, put the bracket, array is asking for the first thing the index is asking is array. Let's select our array function, put array in F4, comma. It's asking after the comma, it's asking for what? Row number. We already have our row number already. Just put comma. And the column number is what? Column 2. The manager is on column 2, close the bracket. That is it. Enter. That is the formula. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Because I copy from the top. Control Z. Yeah. Let me first copy before fix the formula. So that's our manager's information. Now the main price now. The main price. Where can we get the price for all this? Where do we get information about our price? From product details. Okay, good. So from this our data model now, we are going to use, okay, which column are you going to use there? Which column is useful from this column? Can we, that will help us to get information?
Which column is
useful? Other here. Other number. Can other number help us to get the product details? We have pizza. We only have 2 things there: pizza and price.
Pizza.
Pizza type. Pizza type is called pizza type here.
Yes.
Here is ordinary pizza here. Is this? Is see the same column? So let's say, let's use our match again. You can use VLOOKUP if you like. You can use it and match anyone you like. Okay, let's use VLOOKUP now. We have used index and match for this one. Let's use VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. Lookup value is this, right? What's our table array? This is our table array. F4. Remember, comma. The column index number for pizza price is 2. An exact match. It's false. Enter. So the price is 8 naira. Now we cannot get our selling price. We can get our price now, our sales now. Amounts. I see that we have been able to create our sales table now equals to quantity multiply by price. So now we have our sales price. These are information now that we have gotten by modeling 3 tables together. Control Shift 1. Now you can see that we are able to create this now by using our knowledge to bring price from another table. We look up to another table to get these prices. Now we think how many times it will take us to be typing hit, look up and down for all the meats, all the extravaganza, barbecue chicken. But with a single formula, a single click, we already have all the prices on the table.
That would be too stressful.
It will. It will. Now we are moving towards the end of the VLOOKUP. There's something left that we've not talked about under VLOOKUP. We'll be talking about.
The others are following. I don't know why the class is silent.
No, they are.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Now, there's something we have not talked about. That is approximate match. We're talking about exact match, exact match, exact match. The reason is most of the time we work with exact match, but sometimes we have some reasons to work with approximate match. But how does approximate match work? How does approximate match work? Let's look at it. Look at this staff ID, employer. We have everything here. Now, there's a bonus. But this bonus, we don't know what it means. If you move towards the right of your data, see something here. This is a bonus rate. Can you see it here? We use approximate match for the same thing we use nested if to do. Nested if. You remember nested if? If it is between so and so so, give us this. So and so give us this. So and so give us this. That is what we use exact match, approximate match to do also in VLOOKUP. So it means that nested if and approximate match, they do the same thing. Now let's see how it works here under VLOOKUP. We have 0 to 99999, 10 to this. So these are what we are given. So from this one, we ourselves we generated this. Generated all the started value 0, 10,000, 30,000. Sorry. Generated this by ourselves 60,000, and we have 100,000. So those salary between 0 and 999, they will get what? 12.5. Salary between 10,000 and 29,999 will get what? 10% bonus. Anybody above 100,000 will get no bonus. So let's see how we're going to do that. Equals to VLOOKUP VLOOKUP lookup value. Now, what are we looking for? Salary. Because salary will determine this for us. We're going to look for that lookup value now is salary, comma. What's our table array? Table array is this. Please don't add this first comma again. This one will not be useful. Just the range and the rate. You remember the one I gave you an assignment in data analysis whatsoever. I said, so you have the range of the salary of the amount spent and the customer. I think we have some names for the customer. So customer. You get it now. So you select the range just like this. Remember to put in F4. Don't forget your F4, comma. Now, the column number, the lookup value is on column 1. The rate is on, the bonus is on what? Column 2. Just type 2. And now, we are going to use approximate match because this value, they are not exact with what we have here. That's what is called an approximate match. Look at this value. There's no 10,000, no 30,000. It's not exact match. It's what? It's approximate match. You should look for a range between this and this and give us whatever we have under the rate. So we're going to pick approximate match. Is that clear now? That's why we call it approximate match. The exact one we will look for the name, go, and give us. But now, 24,550 is not here. You can't see 24,550 here exactly. But approximately, we can find it within this place and this place. Let's close the bracket, hit enter. So this guy will get 10%, which is between this place and this place, 10%. Let me do it again. Look at them. Look at this guy with huge salary, 160, 0%, nothing. The same thing, just like the same thing we use nested if to do. So nested if we also do the same thing that we have gotten with our VLOOKUP approximate match. Okay, Ctrl Z, delete again, equals to VLOOKUP. Lookup value is our salary. Lookup array, we want to look for salary in from this range. Look for that salary from here. Salary we have, look at it from this place. Remember your F4, comma. The next thing is what? Column index number. We want to look for column 2. That's where we have the rate, comma. And we said what we are looking for now is not exact match. We don't have the exact figure here. We are going to use approximate what? Match. Select this and close the bracket, enter. Is it clear? Okay, sorry, Ctrl Z. That is how to use approximate match. Can I give you like 2 minutes to do that? Approximate match. Try it. Pro one. Okay. Now, how many of us have practiced this? How many of us have tried this assignment? Hello? You can unmute and talk. How many of us have tried this or have tried this? If you have tried it, type yes in the chat box. Yes in the chat box. Type yes. Joseph, not yet. If you have done it, yes in the chat box. Yes. Who else again? If you have tried it, yes in the chat box. Yes. Okay. Some maybe has tried it. Mr. Joseph has not. Only you will have to stand up and raise up your hand, Mr. Joseph. Who else? Madam Ida, I know you've tried it.
Yes,
I
sir.
know. I have tried it. Don't even talk. Because we are doing it together. Okay, who else again? Flourishing. You've not talked since morning. What's happening? Have you tried it? Yes or no? Madam Flourishing. Is it Madam or Mr.? I can't remember. Sorry. Not yet, okay? Okay, your mic not working. Good. Yeah, use that chat box. Yes, tried it. Good.
Please help us drop the video on time so that we can check the VLOOKUP again.
Okay, no voila. I will. Okay, good. Now, I think most of us who have tried it, you see that it involves a lot of it involves a lot of questions that will help us to grab so many things that we have done so far. So let me quickly the areas that we can be having issues. I know we don't have issue with then how to calculate the number of rows. Okay, we can use equals to rows function to guide number of rows, to cut off columns. Just use equals to column functions. Columns, the one down here, columns, and put your array. Select your array from here to the last one and close the bracket. That will give you the number of columns you have. Close the bracket. The same thing with rows, equals to rows. You can use rows function also to get that. So maximum revenue we use equals to match.
How can the column be 10 like that?
10 columns now from here, from here, I to J. Let's count it. Let's count it too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 now. I know Isaiah will not tell lie.
Okay.
A to J. You can count finger now. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. That's 10.
No.
So that's just it, yeah. That's a simple way. We can also use count A to do that. Count A to do the same thing. Count A will count it for us. Close the bracket. Since they are not empty, you can see we still have 10 to count A. So we have revenue, we use max function here. For minimum revenue, we use min. The maximum revenue, we use max. And total revenue, we use sum. We sum the total. And average revenue, we use average function to do that. And then the revenue column for year from other days, one and
the
year.
row, I want to count the header with it.
If you count header, it will give you
Yes.
plus header. But I think header should not be part of it. Yeah?
Okay. Okay.
Number of rows in our data. Our rows record should not have headers. I think so.
Okay.
Okay. So we have derive a column for year. Want to derive a column for year. After the other date, you can insert a column here and have year. Just a year only. Remember how we extract our year? Use year function.
Yeah.
Year inside and close the bracket. So you can get all the years here straight away. The year only, right? It's not giving us
Only, not date
not giving what
again.
to want. It's not giving us what we want. You can just format it. Control 1. You can just do Control 1 and get year only. Why? Or you can just use the text function also. Anyone you like. Text function. Pick this, comma, double quote, y, double quote, close the bracket, enter. We still get the same thing. The same thing with month also. You can use them to get month also. Here we want year and month. It said we should create another one for year and month. Under what? So
We can't even add the row yet until we add the necessary ones. You know, in the question, the variables of column. Is it before we add the necessary one?
No, it doesn't matter. It's just a way of getting question from you. It doesn't really matter. You can say it has changed itself. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It's just to know how to use those functions, whether before or after. So now we want to do year and month. You can just do the same thing. Insert new date here. Let's insert a new date. Insert, and we can just say year and month. Year month. I guess okay equals to this, and sorry. Copy this down. Let's format it. Control 1. Click on custom formatting, and just pick on anyone here. And we want y dash mmm, right? Enter. That is it. Just a format only. Get that for you. Derive a new column for weekday. Weekday. Okay, let's derive a column for weekday. Let's insert. Let me highlight these ones that we are doing ourselves. Let's grid them out. Let's grid this one. These are the one we got by ourselves. Yeah. So let's get a weekday. Insert weekday. Weekday equals to text. Select your date, comma, double quote, DDDD. Double quote, close the bracket, enter. You see that it's easy now. From here now we can analyze our day. You can see which day is giving us more sales and which day is giving us lesser sales. Month, you can do the same for month. Okay, merge the first name and the last name together to get the customer name in a lower form. Okay, customer name in lower form. Remember, equals to this ampersand this. That's the customer name. But in lower form, what do we use? We use lower. Put the bracket and close the bracket. Enter. Customer username is ready. These are usernames. Everything ready. Derive customer age. Difference between the birthday and the other date. Age. Okay, age. You can use age here. Customer age. Let's grade this place. Also, I want to grade it. I'll put it in gray color. Let's put some space there. Some space there. Okay, age. We want their age to be here. Difference between what? Two date. You can say, okay, date div. Okay, I forgot. Date div does not have this thing access. You have to use your hand to type your this thing. So the earliest date is the birth date. The current date, the present date is what? Is the other date. Comma. What do you want in Y? You only want it in year only. Close the bracket. Enter. 3 years. So we have their age ready. Or the age is ready. Oh, good. What do you want to do again from the age? You want to group the customer by age band. These are age band.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Please, that thing is too long. What can we use to copy it down that it won't take long to be dragging down?
Just double click this edge.
Okay.
Just double click the edge. When you see that this cross that you use to drag, instead of dragging, just double click.
Ah.
Okay, good. Then we have want to group this, do them by their age, right? Okay. We have two options. We can use nested diff or we can use VLOOKUP. Let's use nested diff for this one. Okay, let's use VLOOKUP for this one and nested diff for this one. Let's use VLOOKUP for this. VLOOKUP, we need two things. The age, 19. Okay, this is 13. This is a 20. This is 35. Right? This is 50. This is 65. Answer them. Just format them. Copy the format here. Place it on them. They will run away. Just copy the format of that 13. Okay, the amount will be what? The name will be teenager. Teenager. Young adult. Adult.
How did you remove it? How did you remove the remaining one? How did you remove it?
I use format painter. I copy format. I copy format of the 13 to remove the remaining two. Those that are not 13. So we have elderly.
Does it mean that they are not useful?
I didn't remove anything now. What did I remove? I just formatted the date. Or what are you talking about? Maybe I didn't get your question. What's the question? What are you asking?
19, 13 to 19.
And that is now 13. I start from 13. This is 13. This is the list number. 13, 20, 35, 50, 65.
So that means we will not put the other numbers are not useful.
Anything between 13 and 20 will give us teenager. So it's useful. It's between them. Between 20 and 35 is young adult. Between 35 and 50 is adult. Between 50 and 65 is senior. Anything above 65 is elderly. You get it now? So as we understand that I'm talking about this range between here and here. That's what we understand it to be. Category. Sorry. Let me insert it so that the gray color will appear. Okay, we want age band. Age category or age band. Age band. So we have equals to VLOOKUP first, Abby. We want to use VLOOKUP for this one. VLOOKUP value is age. Look at this age, comma. Our array, this is our array. F4, remember, comma. Index number, column 2. The number is on column 1. The name is column 2. So we type 2, comma. Exact approximate match because the range are not exactly the same name here. So I'm going to put approximate match and close the bracket. Senior, junior, everything will be there. So that's their age band. What's the next question? The customer value based on their spend. Customer value based on their spend. This is the customer value based on their spend. Where is the spend? You have spend here. Okay, this is the amount spent. This is revenue. This is spent. We're going to use revenue as spent. So let's quickly fix that also. So we are going to use nested diff to solve this problem here. Less than 1.5, less than 2.5, and less than and this above. So let's do that. Customer value. What name they give to it? Customer value. Okay. New column again. Customer value. Please, you have to do this thing again tomorrow. We are going to use this for our analysis tomorrow. Everybody must do this one. If you don't do this, you are not going to follow us tomorrow. Forget it. You'll be watching tomorrow class. You have to do it today.
I've submitted, but needed correction.
No problem. Yeah, I'm doing correction now. I'm already doing correction now.
I
Customer value. If I do correction now, don't worry. Do correction so that we are going to use this one. Whatever we are doing now, we're going to use for tomorrow class. Anything we do here today, we are going to base tomorrow class on this. Okay, so we have logical test is if is spent, that is the revenue. If the revenue is less than 1,500, less than 1,500, comma, what do you call them? Double quote, sure buyer, double quote, comma. So if it is less than 2,500 now, if again, start again with our if function again. If this is less than 2,500, comma, we call them what? What's their name? Brown seeker. Seekers. Double quote again. Comma. So there's no if again. Otherwise, convinced seekers. Convinced seekers. Double quote. Don't forget. Enter. Okay, two, it should be two brackets because we have two ifs there. Bam. Ready. So we have all this ready. What again do we have again here again? Okay, create tabulation to sum revenue. Okay, what are you going to use here? Sum ifs. Abby, equals to sum ifs. Ifs. What are we summing? Our sum range is revenue. These are sum range, right? I will start from top. Control Shift arrow down. That's our sum range. Let's put F4. The range is in F4, comma. Criteria 1 is country. We're going to check the country and check the mail. Criteria 1 is country. Where's our country here? Okay, here. Criteria 1 is country. Control Shift arrow down. F4 again. Criteria 1 is Australia. We are going to fix the column W because we are going to copy it down. And we're going to copy it. Sorry, we're going to copy it towards the F. So we're going to fix column W. F4, F4, F4.
Are we using the same thing?
Yeah.
I can see 20 in your data. There's no 2011. Even in the age, there's no 34 in the age.
We will check it later. Okay, so we have the criteria range. Criteria range again. Okay, the criteria is that is gender. From this, that be down, comma. Sorry, F4. Let me put in F4 straight away.
2014.
F4. Z. F4, comma. And we're going to pick F from here. That is F4, F4. Yeah, we're going to fix the row also here. And we'll close the bracket. That's a criteria 2. Enter. So from here, we can drag this down. With our sum ifs, we are filling the bracket. That's the knowledge of our sum ifs. So equals to sum. Okay, Ctrl Z. Okay, there's total here. Equals to sum this. close the bracket, Control R. We have this data from all this region, for male and female, using what? Some ifs. Okay, here we're going to use some if only. Some, we only have one condition. Some if it is teenager, some if range. Now, our sum range remain our sum range. Our sum range is there. Go down F4, remember, comma, the criteria what? The criteria range 1, that's our age range. Put in F4 also, comma, what's our criteria? Our criteria 1, right? Oh, what am I doing? Range before, okay, no wala. The sum range come last. I'm using Control X. Let me cut it. Sorry. Okay, we have done that in class. So, comma, sum range will come last. Control V. Close the bracket. Enter. No sales from teenagers.
Okay.
So
They say from
we
senior
have,
and many there. Go and check your
okay,
data. Senior and
okay,
many there. There's no teenager. The age
okay,
here.
let's, okay, I'm wrong. This will be 19. It's 19. It's between, that was 1934, sorry. Between 13 and 19, you are correct. 34, 49. What is happening? My cell refused to come. Started working. It started its
I
own.
even want to see your table. I'm seeing 2011, 2012 in your table. There's no such here.
We'll check, don't worry. 49. What's happening here? I started again today, okay? We have 49, 60.
It's okay.
We have 64 and others. That's everything below, everything above that. Others now. Yeah. So anything above that is others then. Okay, let's see what we have here. Do we now have elderly? But this is between this and 19. But am I correct at all? No. This is let me check what I'm doing. What are doing? Between this and this is correct now. Let's see teenagers here. Do you have teenagers here at all?
No.
Teenagers. Do you have anything below, anybody below 19 years?
I can't say because my own age is not correct. I didn't know we have two dates there that we are supposed to know the difference. I did it.
They said between. They said between birth date and other dates.
So,
I don't think we have teenagers. We don't have teenagers here. We don't have any teenagers. If you look at all this age, we don't have teenagers here. Yeah, no teenagers. So we have. So I think we are correct. 13, 20. This is how it will be. Yeah, 13, 20, 35 days. This. We don't have it. We don't have them. And there's something here showing 0 again, apart from teenagers.
But there are seniors. That's the issue. Go and check the table.
And
there are
that would be spelling. That would be spellings. This is senior.
Yes,
this is senior.
Yes, seniors.
That's senior. That's seniors.
Yes, it's seniors.
So what again? So I think we are done with all this one. So we continue from there tomorrow. So that's everything that we have in the assignment. let's try to get our own data up to date against tomorrow. This must be up to date. You must have all this. Okay, you're talking about the age.
Please let me click the age. Yes. No, I didn't know we have other date. In fact, I did not notice the other date.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't get date from today's date.
This is the age now.
My own age.
Okay.
So
this is the age now.
See the formula.
Date diff
is
date
today.
The earliest date, comma, the recent date, comma, and Y. That will give you the age of customer as at that date they are buying from us. We want to know their age as at that date they are buying from the company. Okay. Good. So thank you for your time today. So we are going to focus on the pivot chart, pivot table, and dashboard tomorrow. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day. Don't forget to practice all these things we have done. This table we are going to use tomorrow for our pivot chart and pivot table and the dashboard. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.